everybody. Welcome to the Blind Press YouTube channel, and we are here listening to the Trump inauguration. We've just got the background music going. We've had the, what's it called? The presidential parade. All the living presidents have joined us here on stage. We're gonna switch it to the screen sharing scene, and let's put it on theater mode so everybody can see. So yeah, we've got Bill Clinton with Hillary, we've got George Bush with Laura, and we've got Barack sans Michelle. Michelle is abstaining from the inauguration because apparently that matters. Apparently Michelle Obama not being there is going to change the world, everybody. And then even the children of Trump got a fanfare, a welcome-in fanfare from the parade, the marching band, so to say. I know this song. The fuck song is this? The audio is really choppy. So this is apparently supposed to happen at noon. And I'm just waiting to see what executive orders come down today. Because apparently he's supposed to slap the tariffs on Canada at like 1 p.m. or something like that. And everybody was trying to get him to spread his executive orders out, and he's like, nope. So we're gonna see what that's about, how that's gonna go. I hope everybody can see and hear properly. Cool. Lots of walking. Very silent. Well, not very silent because you can all hear the shoes, but everyone's marching in to see the inauguration, I guess. It's all very subdued. Man, the audio is choppy. Again with the songs, the classical music. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, this is, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. We're gonna mute this here because it is 11:31. So we have about half an hour until our actual swearing in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at a video. What?
He shifted a bone.
And he's not screaming?
No, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's an incredible pain tolerance.
Yeah. Too bad you don't have it.
Right? Fuck.
The kid breaks a bone every 5 seconds. He's like Wolverine.
So, this video is up here. It's called TikTok is in Trump's hands now. We're gonna watch this video until it's time for the swearing in. And we're going to take a look at and see what this is about.
Donald Trump comes in and swoops in and wins a bunch of young people over, and that is the TikTok ban that's looming here's a
Something new
statement
stuff.
from here's the CEO of TikTok.
She just can't get her words out, can she?
Let me see if I can go on TikTok right now. I can. So I can still go on TikTok at this very moment. For now.
About it. You should understand, this is a massive topic for Gen Z, and they are up in arms about this. Here's the TikTok CEO talking about it right now.
As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day.
That's bullshit. Howdy, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Selecta boy, what's good, my friend? What's good? We're just watching a quick video before the actual swearing in, just so I don't get raked over the coals for the classical music that they're playing right now.
I remember that guy when he was in front of Congress. No, Congressman, I am Singaporean.
Yeah. No, but TikTok doesn't protect free speech. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but no, it doesn't. Because the amount of times I had posts pulled down for hate speech and bullying because I was being bullied and not putting up with it is absolute bullshit.
To connect, create,
you,
discover,
CEO of
and
TikTok,
achieve their
you
dreams.
lying sack
On
of
behalf
shit.
of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States.
Yep.
They were messing with P-Dog too much. Really? Yeah, see, that's why I'm not playing the classical music right now. I'm just gonna wait till the swearing in.
Strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform. One who has used TikTok
How much
to
did they
express his
pay
own
him? That's a good question.
thoughts and perspectives.
They're trying to get Trump
connecting
on
with
their
the world
side.
and generating more than 60 billion views of
Launched what? Oh, of course she did.
his content in the process.
So, of course, the big question is whether or not the parent company of TikTok, ByteDance, is willing to sell TikTok to a non-Chinese controlled company. And obviously, it's going to be, Congress passed that law, and Donald Trump wants to do something about it. It's going to be pretty difficult for him to just sort of wave a wand and do it. But
Yeah, how is Trump gonna make ByteDance sell TikTok? How is that gonna be a thing? Like, Mr. Wonderful is trying to buy it for $20 billion. Oh, really? That's what I mean. Like, how can you stop? How can you force ByteDance to sell TikTok? Because Americans aren't the only users of TikTok. There are like everybody around the world uses TikTok, and there are different laws in different countries. So like, how do you?
he made a statement on the SCOTUS ruling confirming that, upholding the congressional law, saying the Supreme Court decision was expected and everybody must respect it. My decision on TikTok will be.
The new big talky word coming out of the media.
Big talky word.
The new big talky thingy. The tech industrial complex.
Oh yeah, we heard that yesterday.
Yeah. No, we didn't hear it live, but you heard that, right? Yeah. The tech industrial complex. Keep that in mind now. Because the military industrial complex was coined by Reagan.
Yep.
I think it was Reagan. Maybe Carter.
Be made in the not too distant future, but I must have time to review the situation. Stay tuned. But as you point out, Rachel, he's made it big on TikTok, so he's eager to try to protect it.
Well, it's the easiest W for him to do.
He's made it big on TikTok, so he's trying to protect it. Yeah, do you think the president actually cares about his TikTok account? Like, do you really think he cares about his TikTok account, or do you think he cares about the fact that his TikTok account is getting his message out to people? If TikTok didn't exist and there was some other social media platform instead, he'd use that. Like, it doesn't matter of what platform it is. Like, it gets his message out.
It's such an easy fucking W. All he has to do is unban it, and then there's going to be a bunch of young people that think that he did it.
Yep.
Yeah, of course he's going to do that.
He wants different outlets to get his opinion out. One of the loudest voices opposing this, of course, are TikTok creators. There's tons of young
I don't
people.
think he cares about his TikTok account. No, he doesn't. He doesn't, Selective Boy. It is strictly a means to the end.
Who are making a living off of creating content on TikTok, and so they're really upset about it. So are people who enjoy looking at the video.
Anybody, I don't know how the fuck, like, this is the thing. The Creator Fund is a joke over there on TikTok. I don't know how anybody makes money on TikTok.
And we had Jojo Scarlata and Nikki Scarlata. They're two, pretty big influencers on the TikTok platform. And here's what they told me about it.
On the TikTok.
Americans are going to consume content, whether that be on a different app or not. And Red Note is the #1 app in the App Store today. So it comes down to, if you're talking national security.
Red Note's not going to stay the #1 app. No. That's the thing, is that the people.
And Red Note apparently won't even let you say gay. So that's a thing. It won't even let its users say the word gay.
All the people moving over to Red Note are just like stupid communist kids that think that China is like a better version of America, because in America there's people that are racist.
Because there's no racism in China at all. No.
Because there's only one race in China. How can you have racism when there's only one race?
What about the Uyghurs?
That's a religion.
That's true.
That's really what it is. I mean, this is not going to last for more than.
But there are. I thought there were other races in China.
Yes, they don't count.
They don't count.
Probably a month, because you're going to see these people that are going to be getting banned, and like, you really think that, like, maybe at the beginning they'll be like, oh, it's okay that we're being censored for this or that. But then when you have these people that are like these massive virtue signalers for being trans, that are getting banned for being trans, then being called men in the comment section by Chinese people constantly, and they're not getting banned for that, they're going to leave Red Note. I mean,
Oh yeah. Red Note is not going to be the savior for TikTok. It is just going to be it's going to be the stream me of TikTok. That's what Red Note is going to be. Do you remember Stream Me? Stream Me was around for like 6 months, and then it disappeared.
I mean,
same with Minds.
This is it's an
Red Note. Everyone talked about, how TikTok was that Chinese spyware shit.
Okay, if you're gonna come open.
So you know how everyone was after TikTok as a Chinese spyware, right?
Yeah.
Red Note is literally the Chinese internal system, in which these people gave their own private information more so than they did on TikTok. This is how dumb they are.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Emotional overreaction. It's kind of like, if you're, you break up with your girlfriend and she gets back with her old boyfriend or another guy that's like abusive.
Yeah.
And like, you just feel bad for her because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's a perfect analogy. That is the perfect analogy of what Red Note is. It is that abusive ex that the girl went back to, and you're just like, oh, you poor stupid bitch.
You know this is going to happen. It's a rebound. Yeah, it is. It's a rebound.
If Americans are just going to go onto another app that's, say,
You're coping, bro? I'm coping?
How is Asmongold coping?
Wait, do you guys really think that's not what's going to happen? You're so brainwashed, it's laughable?
Wait,
what?
Wait. How is Asmongold coping by saying what's going to happen? That doesn't make sense to me.
What am I brainwashed by? Like, no, I'm actually, like, I'm confused. Like, I'm not a China hater. I'm not a, oh, wow, China's so bad. But what are you talking about?
China, not so bad. Chinese government, however, so bad.
What am I brainwashed by? Oh, hi, chat. Hi. Is there any...
The people that go, you're brainwashed. You're brainwashed. That's what, like, fuck, my own family does that shit.
Anything like that's going on? Or are you just being dumb? We'll give them one more minute, then we gotta move on. We can't waste too much time on this. We got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. I thought you were doing a China bad then. I have no issue then.
Yeah. That's funny.
You argue and you misunderstand things too often. I don't want to read your messages anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're argumentative and rude. I don't want to deal with it.
Is the Chinese Communist Party app, and they're going to consume and post content on that app. We're going to have the same situation if TikTok get banned tomorrow.
They won't. They're not going to keep posting on a Chinese Communist Party controlled app. It's just going to happen for a very limited period of time. When people realize the breadth of things that they can't talk about, they're going to immediately stop using it.
Activists who are LGBT can't say the word gay on Red Note. I was watching a Clownfish TV video about that.
This is, again, it is an emotional overreaction that will be immediately corrected once reality sets in.
We're going to have the same situation in a couple
Trump has arrived. Oh, thank you, Selective Boy. We are unmuting. We are awaiting Donald Trump's arrival. We have silence.
Please welcome the chairwoman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Amy Klobuchar.
Amy Klobuchar? Oh, God.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 60th presidential inauguration.
My God, she sounds like a man.
Today, President-elect
She
Trump
sounds like a
and Vice
teenage boy.
President-elect Vance will take their oaths of office, and we will witness the peaceful transfer
Your buddy Cole
of
is
power
over and he's drinking the same size Timmy's.
democracy.
Oh, that's awesome.
For the past year, I've chaired the inaugural ceremony committee, which includes the leadership of Congress from both parties. We thank the committee and Capitol staff and law enforcement who worked so hard over the last year, and especially the last 3 days.
Why does
You've
she
done a
sound like
beautiful
she's trying
job,
not to
and you
cry?
have shown grace under pressure. Our theme this year is our enduring democracy. The presence of so many presidents and vice presidents here today is truly a testament to that endurance. We welcome President Biden and Dr. Biden. We welcome Vice President Harris and Doug Emhoff, President Obama, President Clinton and Secretary Clinton, President Bush and Laura Bush, Vice President Pence, Vice President Quayle and Marilyn Quayle. The justices of the United States Supreme Court are with us, all 9 of them, I counted. And of course, the Trump
good for you.
and
You
Vance
can count
families.
to 9, Amy.
This ceremony marks
Good
what
job.
will soon be 250 years of our democracy. It is the moment when leaders elevated by the will of the people promise to be faithful to our Constitution, to cherish and defend it. It is the moment when they become, as we all should be, the guardians of our country. Through war
The
and
guardians
peace,
of
through
our
adversity and
country.
prosperity, we hold this inauguration every 4 years. And today it falls on Martin Luther King Day.
She really
A
does.
further
Doesn't
reminder
she? She
that we
sounds
must
like
strive
she's
to
trying not to
uphold the
cry, and
values
she sounds like
enshrined
a
in our Constitution,
prepubescent teenage
the freedoms,
boy.
the liberties, and as is inscribed on the entrance of the United States Supreme Court, equal justice under law. But what makes this moment more than a passing ceremony is all who are watching it across the country, the people of this nation, the ordinary people doing extraordinary things. President Kennedy, who at one point worked as a senator in this building and would often walk through this very rotunda, once said, "In a democracy, every citizen, regardless of interest in politics, holds office. Every one of us is in a position of responsibility. With that responsibility of citizenship comes an obligation not to seek out malice,
I
as
wouldn't be
President
surprised if
Lincoln
she has a deeper
once
voice
reminded
than
us,
me.
but to view others with a generosity
She's
of
got a
spirit
very
despite
manly
our
voice.
differences. With that responsibility of leadership comes an obligation to stand our ground when we must and find
Stand
common ground when we can. With everything swirling
Scars for
around
a
us, the
cause.
hot mess of division, it is on all of us, to quote an incredible songwriter who just happened to be born in my state, to ensure that our nation's democracy is our shelter from the storm. There's a reason this ceremony takes place at the Capitol.
Which
In other countries, it might
did
be
she
in a
just quote?
presidential palace or a gilded executive office building. Here, it is traditionally held at the Capitol, the People's House. It is
The
a fitting
People's
reminder
House.
of
That
the
sounds
system
very
of checks
communist.
and balances that is the very foundation of our government. 3 equal branches of government. That is how for
Amy,
nearly
don't cry.
250 years, our great American
You
experiment,
don't need to cry
grounded
just
in the
because
rule
your
of
party
law,
lost.
has endured. So, as we inaugurate a new
As
president,
we inaugurate the most
President,
fascist man ever.
that the power of those in this room comes from the people. The construction workers who build our country, the teachers and healthcare workers who nurture us, the troops defending our freedoms, and yes, the firefighters in Los Angeles putting themselves on the line for us.
Please. Oh, please stop with the virtue signaling.
Our democracy's strength and grit must match theirs. May God bless our nation. Thank you.
What the hell did that speech even mean? Like, seriously.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Endurance through the years is the ultimate test. To persevere through time is the truest measure of an idea, an institution, and a nation. Our founders wrote the Constitution so that America could withstand
Who is this
all
bitch
the
and why does
twists
she
and
sound high?
turns of time. They wrote it to guide us and to preserve forever our right of life, liberty,
Well, she sounds
and
like
the
she took
pursuit
a
of
whole big
happiness.
bar of
But
Xanax
as
before
much
she
as
got
the
up on
truths
stage.
and principles enshrined in our Constitution remain
Like,
the
she's
same,
trying to say
our
Constitution
democracy
really slowly
promises
so
the
she
American
doesn't slur
people
it.
the power to change, to chart their own destiny.
To charge their
That's
own
the beauty.
destiny.
That is the
That's
importance
the
of democracy.
importance of democracy.
It allows
there, see,
the
I can
endurance,
do it too.
the permanence of a nation through change. It allows nations like our
beats me.
United States both to avoid the obstacles and to seize the opportunities God has placed before us.
Oh my Lord.
All while staying
Separation
true
of church and
to our
state,
founding
though, remember?
principles. Today is our country's 60th inauguration ceremony. Like all the others before it, it is a celebration of our right to set our uniquely American course.
Our uniquely
past
American
seconds.
course.
And also for
Yes,
the
'cause
nations
no
of
other
the free
country in the
world,
world votes
that
like
we
this.
humbly strive to lead. In November, Americans chose again to steer this nation towards greatness, the secure, safe, and prosperous future that our founders envisioned for all of us. And today, we celebrate not only their decision to do so, but also the simple right and wisdom of a free people to make their own choice so that their nation might endure. And now, allow me to welcome Archbishop Timothy Dolan and Reverend Franklin Graham, who will deliver our invocation. Please rise.
But the separation of church and state. Why are we invoking?
Be still.
We don't even do
and know
this
that
up
I
here
am
in
God,
Canada.
supreme among the nations, supreme on the earth. Let us
And
pray.
Biden went to sleep.
Remembering General George Washington on his knees at Valley Forge, recalling Abraham Lincoln at his second inaugural, with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right. Remembering General
The
George
right as in the correct, not the right wing, guys.
began the Battle of the Bulge 8 decades ago. Pray. Pray when fighting. Pray alone. Pray with others. Pray by night. Pray by day. Observing the birthday of the Reverend Martin Luther King, who warned, without God, our efforts turn to ashes. We,
This is
blessed
so
citizens
weird.
of this one nation under God, humbled by our claim that in God we trust, gather indeed this inauguration day to pray for our President Donald J. Trump, his family, his advisors, his cabinet, his aspirations, his vice president, for the Lord's blessings upon Joseph Biden.
Yeah, pray for Joe
Uniform,
Biden.
for each other.
Pray for
whose
Joe
hopes are
Biden
stoked
in his
this new year,
sleepiness,
this inauguration day.
in his
We cannot err in
dementia.
relying upon that prayer from the Bible, upon which our president will soon place his hand in oath, as we make our own the supplications of King Solomon for wisdom as he began his governance. God of our fathers, in your wisdom you set man to govern your creatures, to govern in holiness and justice, to render justice with integrity. Give our leader wisdom, for he is your servant, aware of his own weakness and brevity of life.
Donald Trump is God's
If wisdom
servant?
which comes not from you be not
Oh
with him,
boy,
he shall
that's
be held in no esteem. Send
that's not something his
wisdom
ego
from
needs
heavens
to hear.
that she may be with him, that he may know your designs. Please, God, bless America. Please, mend her every flaw. You are the God in whom we trust, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
I mean, he's a good, what's it called? A good speaker.
Mr.
but
President, the last 4 years, there are times I'm sure you thought it was pretty dark. But look what God has done. We praise him and give him glory.
now we're going to have some evangelism.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, thou hast said, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. As the prophet Daniel prayed, blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. He changes the times and the seasons.
This is very
He removes
interesting
kings.
to watch the differences.
He raises up
between,
kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have
Canadian and
understanding.
American
Our Father, today,
swearing in.
as President Donald J. Trump takes the oath of office once again, we come to say thank you, O Lord our God. Father, when Donald Trump's enemies thought he was down and out, you and you alone saved his life and raised him up with strength and power by your mighty hand. We pray for President Trump that you'll watch over, protect, guide, direct him. Give him your wisdom from your throne on high. We ask that you would bless him and that our nation would be blessed through him.
Because he is the servant of God.
Melania as First Lady. We thank you for
this is insane.
The warmth and grace that she shows not only to this nation, but to the whole world. We thank you for Vice President-elect J.D. Vance and his wife Usha and their young family. May he be a strength to President Trump, to stand beside him, to hold up his arms like Aaron held up the arms of Moses in the midst of battle. The prophet Samuel reminded the people, it was you that brought them up from the land of Egypt. And he said, now stand still that I may reason with you before the Lord. So Father, we take this moment to stand still, to remember the great things that you have done for this nation. Thank you for the protection, the bounty, the freedoms that we so enjoy. We remember to keep our eyes fixed on you, and may our hearts be inclined to your voice. We know that America can never be great again if we turn our backs on you.
Hallelujah. Exactly.
We ask for your help. And we pray all of this in the name of the King of Kings,
some evangelism
the Lord
bullshit.
of Lords, your Son, my Savior, and our Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Associate Justice Kavanaugh to administer the Vice Presidential Oath of Office.
Oh no, it's the evil Brett Kavanaugh! Quick! Hide your women! Hello, Mr. Kavanaugh.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Are the oaths
that I will
the
bear
same
true
for
faith.
everything?
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without
Because isn't this the same oath you take when you join the military?
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
On which I am about to enter.
On which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
You didn't have to say what? Ah. But the... Oh. Because they sound very familiar.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Justice Roberts to administer the Presidential Oath of Office.
Job in the world is. Like I will follow the Commander-in-Chief and all those appointed underneath him.
Okay.
For instance, as a line. So, yeah. Just saying. Just figure out, you know.
Here we go. He's gonna get sworn in.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
the office of
Why does he
President of the
sound
United
bored?
States,
the office of President of the United States,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the
sounds
United
like-
States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
What?
Stop the video and go to the live screen
Okay.
and stop the video.
Did. What the fuck happened? Did we get hit?
Don't stop the stream though. Stop the video. Stop. Just stop the video and change to the live. Change to the Be Right Back screen.
Okay. For how long? Oh no, they got BP. Was it a strike or a hit?
They disrupted the stream. So the stream is still going. It's just the stream has been interrupted. I just got that ding on my phone literally was an email.
Oh, come on. There we go. Finally. I'm back. Okay. So I guess we're not watching the rest of that. That's annoying. That's very, very annoying. Because I wanted to cover that. Well, let's see what else we can watch, because I've got stuff pulled up. Let's see. Well, we can finish the TikTok video. Yeah, let's do that. We'll finish the TikTok video. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's go back over here.
Months, Gen Z's saying basically we had enough, we're going to have the same situation in a couple of months. Gen Z's saying basically we had enough, we're going to consume content regardless. And I think we should listen to this generation because, you know, it's the future.
If it was something as serious as a national security threat, I believe, you know, it would be handled in a different manner. But the fact that, for example, there's another Chinese app making its way on the App Store the way it is, I believe it's more of a sensory issue than it is a security concern, in my personal opinion.
I think it's both. I think it's a bit of both. I think it is a sensory issue and it's like an overload thing, but I think it is also a security thing.
I agree with him. I do. I think he's right. It doesn't make any sense. Why is TikTok being singled out among all the other Chinese companies that deal in data?
Yeah, they're wrong. I completely this isn't censoring at all. You can go on Instagram, you can go on any of the other apps and see the same 30-second people making fools of themselves and getting a lot of likes. But I'm not being mean about them. Here's the deal. This is where you have to have some intellectual integrity here. We're all really mad at President Biden because the law says you have to enforce the border. And he said, you know what? I don't want to. This law was passed, even if it was slid into a funding bill for Ukraine's war or Russia's war in Ukraine, even if this.
Yeah, and I'm playing the.
This part is a part of a completely different bill, which is another topic we should separate. It's law. The Supreme Court says it's constitutional. Congress passed it. The executive branch can't just say, hey, we don't want to listen to the law, even when even if we don't like the law. It goes back to Congress. And it was a bipartisan Congress that passed it because. That's
true. And Joe Biden has been really bad for the whole, screw the law. I'm going to do what I want to do.
They all love to spend our money.
Well, I think it's because censoring Americans and using...
He is right that you can't just ignore the law. No. If that is the rules and the president can't go around it, then you have to enforce the rule. Because if you don't enforce rules arbitrarily, everything else is... everything's up for grabs.
Yeah. If it doesn't matter if you don't like the rule. The rule is there for a reason. Like, and you have to reinforce it, and you can't just, even if you're in a position of power.
You have chaos. You have to follow the rules, even if they're stupid.
Yep.
You change the rules to be less stupid, but in the meantime, you still have to follow them.
National security as an excuse to do it.
We've seen
has some bipartisan appeal in Congress. But this is what Rand Paul had to say. Now, I don't know. This was from a hearing with Kristi Noem. He wasn't necessarily talking about TikTok, but I think this sound from him, this quote from him, I'm going to play it right now, speaks to, I think.
People say people ignore the law without consequence all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's good. That doesn't mean that they're good people for doing that. That's dumb. Oh, people break the law all the time. Okay.
You think that's a good thing? Like, no, you don't. So like you're like that's clearly bad.
Yeah.
So like you're saying that like, okay, well, because sometimes this bad thing happens, it's okay that this bad thing also happens. Like it's just
what people are concerned about, that national security is being used by the intel community through our government, through our laws, to control our thought instead of focusing on real threats. Listen.
DHS under the Biden administration has often used its vast powers to target Americans exercising their constitutional rights. It's become an agency more focused on policing speech, monitoring social media, and labeling political dissent as domestic terrorism than addressing genuine security threats.
And that's not wrong. He's not wrong at all there.
You know, the annoying
Charlie, is the problem that they can't control, like the government can control Facebook, can control Instagram, but they can't control TikTok. Is that really what the heart of the problem? Because why focus just on TikTok?
Yeah, it's such a great point. We saw the Biden administration bullying Facebook and other American tech companies into, whether it was on COVID or election stuff, everything. And of course, the American tech companies completely folded and did whatever they wanted to do. And
well, no, you can't say TikTok didn't do that, because there was like COVID-19 warnings on TikTok videos too, like for misinformation stuff.
Obviously, TikTok is not going to be bullied by the Biden.
They were bullied too.
They were.
TikTok also upheld the same rules that all of the other websites were upholding.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, like, does nobody remember that? Like, it's not like you could say COVID was fake and all this other stuff.
No.
On TikTok, you'd get banned for it there too.
Yes, you absolutely would. Or if you talked about like vaccines or anything, you got a banner over your video about COVID.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
administration. The one thing, though, that I've always kind of found a little bit annoying about the TikTok debate is if China is spying on the United States through TikTok, which...
Well, these next 4 years are going to suck. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to hurt for a little bit while things get fixed, but no.
It is.
It's gonna be amusing.
Why don't we also go after China? But it's almost like that monster is so big that that the Biden administration and a lot of Democrats in particular don't want to take on the real fight.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And
I think the fact is that if you're against Chinese apps, that's okay. But you have to be against all of them. Being against TikTok individually just screams out to me that this is something that is a chess move for power.
Yep. That's the only thing it could be. It's the only thing it could be is a chess move for power. Because if you're not going to go after Red Note and all the other apps, like WeChat and all that shit, then you don't actually care about what you're talking about.
Ryan, can we? That's a good one. I think it is a chess move power play that's being made by Western media companies. That's it. That's the primary focus. Right. It's not about what's best for or for the people or anything like that. It's just about how to make the most money and get the most out of them, right? That's why they want you to use the metaverse. It is. It absolutely is. It's about data collection and the algorithm. TikTok isn't worth $100 billion. It's their algorithm that's worth that much. Well, Chinese algorithms are way more dangerous than kids psychologically than normal American companies, I think.
I don't see why a Chinese algorithm would be any more or any less dangerous to kids' undeveloped brains than an American-based algorithm. Like, seriously.
Well, how do you define that?
Yeah. Thank you.
So, like, what's the difference between a Chinese algorithm and an American algorithm?
Thank you.
Like, what does that mean to you?
Exactly. You can't just say stupid shit like that.
TikTok is so good, then why is it not allowed in China? Because China has extreme speech regulations that limit people's usage of all kinds of different internet resources because they're controlled by the Chinese Communist Party.
Yep.
That's the reason why. Like, I think right now...
Yes?
Any message?
No, I told her to text you. Because my phone is... Yeah.
It's a black box and Supreme Court just looked into it. Do you really think that companies like Meta are operating in the best interest of the United States?
No.
Because this is the issue that I have. I think that it is outrageous to believe that companies like Meta and Google and, even Twitter are operating in the best interest of the United States in a way that China or that TikTok is not. I think it's ridiculous. All of these people.
But TikTok has to go. But why not all the Chinese apps? Why does just TikTok have to go? If TikTok has to go, then so does Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels.
People are opportunistic and they have no allegiance to any company or any country in general.
Videos.
Why would they? Yeah, why would they? These are international companies and they're also owned by international interests. Wrong, yep. They have Douyin or whatever it's called. The average age there is 40 plus and it made content's educational. Very rarely you see brain rot content. Well, why is it that you very rarely see brain rot content? It's because it is massively regulated by the government.
Yes. You cannot, there is no freedom of speech in China. You cannot post whatever you want.
Like, see, like you're almost there, but just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like insanely regulated. That's the way everything in China is. It's not true.
It's not
Wait, so you think that the
What?
Chinese government isn't exercising regulation over its social media? I'm sorry, but if you think that's not happening, you're actually retarded.
ByteDance is the issue, but yeah, I see the other side. Yeah, if they can get TikTok out of the hands of ByteDance, like, that might be something.
It's not even worth having a conversation.
It's like ByteDance is definitely an issue. I will definitely agree with you there. It's got a lot of weird. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's if ByteDance could just get out of the picture, then that might be better for TikTok. All right, let's move along and learn about aliens and new evidence for aliens and how stupid it is.
I'm very convinced that Jake Barber is a...
That guy actually has a voice that sounds like AI. I thought I clicked on one of those AI slop channels.
And it's quite clear everyone's taking his information very seriously. The big question is anybody going to do anything about it?
He does sound like an AI voice. That voice sounds so fake.
Yeah, we're gonna go to war with the aliens.
Isn't...
The alien subreddit is already clowning on this. The evidence is a chicken egg.
What?
Man, you made me think this was real. What? You're telling me this guy's evidence of aliens is a chicken egg?
Wait, what? Seriously? Really?
Oh yeah, you're right. The subreddit is clowning on him in a big way. Where can I see the evidence that he submitted?
This is crazy.
Where is it? Where is just like the video itself? Wait, these are the actual photos? These aren't memes? No, that's definitely a meme. I want to see the actual evidence that he submitted. Is it? You're telling me this is it? This isn't a joke? Oh my god, you're right.
No.
NewsNation has independently obtained previously unseen video below the belly of a helicopter.
No. No way. This is some fucking... This is some stupidly... Like, this is teenager level shit.
No fucking shot.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look.
No, let's
That's
not.
an egg-shaped UAP.
Finally, irrefutable evidence. I've been waiting.
An egg-shaped UAP. Oh my god, you are insane.
We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious...
This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke.
This cannot... I'm with Charlie. This can't be real. This can't be actual...
Right?
Let's
People
freeze
can't
frame
actually be
here
this dumb.
to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval.
Yes. Putting themselves at incredible risk to film this incredible fake bullshit.
Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is.
No, this is satire.
At all.
This is satire.
No visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup. The UAP's final...
They watched the Jimmy Neutron movie. Yeah. Australian journalist and author.
Not much of a journalist, are you there, buddy?
Oh, it looks like he's taking this very seriously. How have we gotten this stupid?
I don't know.
The News Nation UFO sling clip looks fine to me. It seems like classic sling load system used in underslung operations. Just thought I'd share. Brother. I'm gonna grab you by the shoulders here and shake you back to reality. I gotta wake you up from this dream you're in.
This is the fact that he actually looked at this footage and was like, yes, this is proof of aliens. I'm going to post it to the subreddit that talks about aliens.
That's not real footage of an egg-shaped UFO. That's footage of egg in a duct tape. Gee, man, now I sound like a fucking moron. It's a video of an egg wrapped in duct tape. Weather balloon.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Why wouldn't aliens have Why wouldn't aliens have egg-shaped ships? Saiyans have ball-shaped ones. Checkmate. You're fucking right. Kakarot's in that egg. You know, this is a real news story. I am just as surprised as you are. When I first looked it up at the beginning of the stream, I thought it was a joke. So I kept missing the actual video, the actual footage, because I thought it was someone just clowning on it. They are running this as if it is 100% legitimate.
Oh my god.
Here, you know what? I already got the subreddit open. Someone actually just recreated it almost 1-to-1. The only difference is they didn't use duct tape. They just fucking strapped the Band-Aid on it.
That's hilarious. That is too funny. They recreated
just an egg over carpet. That's it. And this guy didn't have, like, night vision. He just had a green filter. No way people believe that. Pretty much nobody does. Not even this subreddit. Like, the subreddit is making fun of it in a big way.
I'm sorry, but when the aliens subreddit is making fun of you for your footage of proof that aliens exist, you know that's a problem.
I don't think there's a single person in the planet that would see that and be like, holy shit, this is eye-opening stuff. This is the most Reddit thing I've read in a while. I just got lost in this pretentiousness. Apparently everyone has had the exact same response to the News Nation special report, which is to post their disappointment and ridicule as to the footage that was released. The effect is to render laughable any opinion contrary to the fire hose of insults that followed the airing of this segment. But that effect is neutralized as soon as the mechanism behind it is illuminated. The driving force behind this tsunami of bad faith reactions is a coordinated ridicule campaign. It's the same tactic used by government Fife Symington following the Phoenix Lights incident. It's the same tactic used against Pulitzer Prize winner John Mack of Harvard when he dedicated his career to interviewing abductees. In the light of history, it is obvious that ridicule is the only real tool available to architects of the UFO cover-up, which has hidden the very nature of reality from taxpayers for the better part of the last century. You are free to consider the question of non-human intelligence without fear of any real and meaningful damage to your reputation or mental health. Ridicule campaigns like the one currently consuming the sub have failed, and recent polls suggest the public is keenly aware that non-human intelligence exists and has been interacting with humanity for a very long time. As the great Bobby McFerrin...
Bobby McFerrin? Wait, isn't that the guy that said that he saw a UFO and was and nobody believed him?
Said, "Don't worry, be happy."
Oh, Bobby McFerrin was the suicide
We're not alone
guy.
in this existence, and that knowledge is more joyful and curious than it is fearful by a mile. Enjoy it. Updoots for you, sir. I tip my fedora, gentle sir. Reddit Platinum. Brother, it's a fucking egg. It's an egg. It's not actual footage of an alien or a UAP whistleblower. There's been so much actual credible evidence that has come out, you don't need to defend all of it now.
No.
This is hooey.
This is insane. That the fact that this guy actually believes this stuff is crazy.
It's fucking barnacles. I'm just a regular ass stay-at-home dad that follows this stuff. I have no skin in the game, and I'm certainly not working for the government. That video was cool, I guess. Man, how is it cool?
One of the clearest images.
Yeah, how is this a cool video?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard a lot of helicopters Like, that doesn't even really sound like a helicopter.
No.
That sounds like a fucking lawnmower that they put like a stock propeller sound effect to.
It does. It does not sound at all like a helicopter. It's,
Nothing works here. It's a fucking egg. It's like a fishing rod and it's carpet. That's clearly carpet.
Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no
so
blurry light in a distant sky.
You know what? I'm changing my tune. I agree with this guy. That video is cool, I guess.
Well, yeah.
As I posted elsewhere, the real info wasn't the photo of the egg. It was the guy's testimony about coming into psychic contact with something and the illness suffered by himself and the other men in the crew. For some reason, that's being completely ignored by everyone in favor of just ridiculing the egg. Proof will never come in the form of photos or videos. They're too easy to fake now. Testimonials are all we have along with our own potential experiences. Yeah, you can't fake testimonials.
Oh, no, not at all. No. Nobody's ever lied about aliens or being abducted or any of that shit. No. It can't be faked. At all. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly be right back and I shall return and we'll watch another video. Oh. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, we are back. And we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do one more video. Let's do one more video. I think I know exactly what video we will do too. Rockstar Games absolutely hates the community. So let's take a look at this. All right.
You know, I shouldn't even be shocked making this video, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you. You know, sometimes it looks like I really woke up with some bad news in some videos. You know, my hair is all out there. I'm just freaking out. My eyes look sunken in. And you know what? The last couple weeks, some of the best videos that I made on my channel were talking about Rockstar Games, right?
Okay.
You know, the Rockstar Games community is probably one of the coolest communities that I've ever personally seen. You know, when it comes to not getting any information for GTA 6, instead of going down the r/Arkham Asylum route, where the Batman community has just gone clinically insane, the Rockstar community is porting GTA 3 to the Dreamcast, a once impossible seeming
No
port.
way!
And then one of the videos I made about a week ago was playing Grand Theft Auto 4's Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay, that's cool.
Now, this wasn't just a simple map port, boys. You're talking about an organization known as World Travel, okay, who actually put in developer-level effort into making the game, making Liberty City actually port over to Los Santos.
That's actually really cool. That somebody took the time to put a completely different game's, like, map into the newer game.
You could just go to the airport, fly to Liberty City, and explore like GTA 4's map with all of GTA 5's like engine upgrades. Okay, the physics weren't
really
there
cool.
In the way that 4 was, so the swing set glitch wasn't as enticing. But all of the stuff was there, okay? And not only was it there, you could fucking load the map into 5M and play it with the boys.
Okay, that's cool. That is really cool. That you could play it, like you could co-op it. That's awesome.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, even the development team over here, one of the actual mods, were like, hey, great video, Muda, when I uploaded this. And it seems like people were really, like, excited about it. People were having fun. And honestly, I have a little bit of blame here because, to be fair, I think ever since more and more people, like, you know, Badger Goodger, every time people uploaded a video, more and more attention got raised. And I'm sure you all know by the title of the video, the development team had to go, hey, everyone. Sorry, let me do that. Hey, y'all. Due to the unexpected attention that our project received, and after speaking with Rockstar Games, could you imagine just like the call Rockstar gives, okay? They do the pimp walk.
Yeah. Could you imagine Rockstar just calling up and, hey, see what you did there. Nice work, but that's our shit. You can't touch it.
Okay, to the Zoom meeting, just to tell you no having fun.
Yeah.
We have decided to take down the Liberty City I think they decided to take.
Yeah, you didn't decide. You were told. You were bullied into taking it down.
Down the Liberty City Preservation Project. But I appreciate the legalese. We appreciate all the support that the project has received, and we look forward to continuing to pursue our passion for modding the Grand Theft Auto series, okay?
Not that you'll be able to, because Rockstar hates fun. And apparently doesn't want the community to enjoy itself.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think this is how the call went. I'm sure the people at World Travel just had their ass spread apart. And Rockstar lawyers just walked in and had a great time. No, in reality, this is the problem that I have with this, okay? I understand a company's desire to protect their copyrighted works, okay?
Yeah.
Copyrights and trademarks are unfortunately things that do need to be fought, you know, even if you don't want to, in order to protect them, at least in terms of the trademark side. I don't know if copyright necessarily requires you to fight every single battle, but the Liberty City Map project had a few issues. And one of those issues was, obviously it's using Rockstar's game assets, basically porting GTA 4's Liberty City over to GTA 5's like game engine. So yes, you had to use Rockstar's assets. The other big problem that I personally thought, and I thought this would be the reason it would get taken down, not even Rockstar, is when you flew into Liberty City and you got into a car and you accessed the in-game radio station, you could really listen to like all of GTA 4's music tracks. Okay, so these are licensed music tracks that you could just tune into. And well, yes, it's...
that's a problem. That is a problem because that's that licensing doesn't extend to GTA 5.
Seemed, pretty cool to have like GTA 4's music reflected over here. You know, the radio station from Liberty City side are reflected. This was obviously a big copyright no-no.
Yeah.
Okay? You cannot be distributing music. You can't be distributing any copyrighted asset. But music is like trying to distribute like fucking Schedule 3 narcotics, you know, in a country, okay?
Yeah, you can't do that. And that's really where they fucked up, because with the music, like that's basically a done deal.
It's just not going to work, all right? It's just not going to happen. Eventually you will be clamped down, all right? It is what it is. You can't run a trap house on the internet indefinitely. But yeah, this is a situation where yes, Rockstar jumps in And yeah, they basically had a chat with the developers and got them to effectively remove one of the coolest modding projects that I've seen in quite a long time. And one of the issues that I personally have, at least with this, again, is it's not as if these people were profiting. It would be one thing if World Travel was charging like $9.99 for like some Patreon access. Like, you know how you can go to like some mods and you have to pay for Patreon access to download like mod files?
Yes.
Because there are GTA mods that do it. There's like graphic enhancement mods where, you know, developers will jump in and they'll be like, hey, you pay us $10 a month on Patreon and you can make GTA 5 look like a 2023 tier game.
That is true. If like they're not making money off of it, so that's not as bad, but it's still distributing copyrighted material.
Even though I personally think GTA 5 on PC max settings is quite good these days, but this isn't the video for it. The point of it is they didn't charge money for it. I literally got onto their Discord. I downloaded the 30 gigabyte, you know, HD textured files right free from a third-party source, and I believe they even had to spend money, obviously, to get these files hosted and distribute them, all for free, all on their dime, if anything. And it was all entirely for the community. It wasn't like this group came out of nowhere and sold this as a add-on pack for $5M for people to just, you know, make money out of, or at least them to make like a serious killing, because then I understand Rockstar getting mad. I also don't see that this would have cost a sale to people playing Grand Theft Auto 4.
I don't think it would have. Because you're just getting one map. You're not getting the entire whole thing. You're just getting Liberty City.
If you were going to buy Grand Theft Auto 4, you were going to buy it for the story, you were going to buy it for its gameplay, you were going to buy it for a lot more than just driving around and shooting characters in Liberty City.
Yeah.
So the reason why the shutdown of this project does suck as well is that they had a lot more plans going for it. Obviously, world events, you know, getting people involved into Liberty City, as involved as they were in Los Santos in 5. And now that the project's been shut down, thankfully, at least we have the entire game files backed up. So if you still want to experience this, like I've got the files on my computer. Obviously, I'm not going to distribute them because, you know, I make videos next to this window, okay? Sometimes when I'm talking about Nintendo or Rockstar games, I do fully fucking expect a bullet to fly through here and blow my brains all over my goddamn monitor. But
that's funny. I don't blame him, but that's too funny. Like, well, cause they're so freaking mob boss like.
But thankfully, the Internet Archive does have these files readily available, from my knowledge. So if you want to experience this mod, even though that Rockstar does not want you, you absolutely can, and I highly recommend you should. One of the problems too is like the hostility towards modding. I think without mods, there are plenty of game franchises that would probably not have made it. Like if you go to Nexus Mods, for instance, this is one of many mod sites, but arguably the most popular. If you look at like Skyrim, Fallout, I mean, Bethesda's repertoire of gaming, okay, would not have been as successful, in my personal opinion, if it wasn't for the modding community that not only kept these games up to date, but allowed gamers to absolutely turn the entire thing around into something else.
Yeah.
You know, games like Cyberpunk 2077, which are great on their own, are even better with mods that enhance the graphics, add vehicles, weapons, gameplay systems. This is a huge part of PC gaming that, you know, nobody overlooks, right?
This is true. Modding for PC gaming is really big, and it's got its own community in itself. And if you mess around with that community, you're messing around with PC gaming as a whole.
Like, one of the biggest boons for any gamer on PC is to mod their games, right? When you put like 200 hours into a game, you're probably going to want to start modding it to extend an extra 200 hours of life out of it. It's not...
Oh, for sure. Like, if you're on PC, you can even mod games like Mortal Kombat.
That's something you can do on consoles. It's literally, as far as I know, a PC exclusive endeavor. There's some games on consoles that let you kind of mod them, but never to the extent that the PC community allows.
No.
And even with GTA, Grand Theft Auto, in my opinion, as popular as it is, it wouldn't have been as popular if it wasn't for the amount of mods that Grand Theft Auto allowed. Even back in the days of Vice City, these kind of map mods where you add maps from different games into a city, into a game, is not, you know, unknown.
No.
GTA State of Liberty was the first mod that I actually installed on 3D era GTA games to get actual cities into Grand Theft Auto, all right? Into like one GTA game. And you bet your ass that I drove around and experienced the world and actually got to experience this kind of stuff because it was enjoyable. It was super cool to see, man. And it's funny how like nowadays this like website, the people who hosted this legendary mod are just running like an Informer website with like AI photography and everything, dude.
That is sad. That is really, really, really sad. And like, I can believe that Rockstar did this, but it really sucks that they did this.
It's crazy how times change. There was GTA Underground, which from my understanding, Rockstar also shut down, where they combined the cities not just from Grand Theft Auto, but games like Bully, games like Manhunt 1 and 2, the entire 3D era universe of Rockstar games into one entire area, with stores, trains, multiplayer, airport traveling, assets, just so many things that you could get into and just lose yourself in.
Why did they shut that down?
This is probably one of the best mods that I've seen, and it got shut down, and literally the only way to play it is to play like an archive version out there. I mean, even for, again, Bethesda stuff, if you want to play a Fallout game that was not made by Fallout, you know, the actual developers, you could play Fallout London. Again, a totally free mod created by a team that should get absolute work in the industry. Again, these people love the game so much, they made an entire game for it that you can download entirely for free. It's so fucking wild how the modding community keeps pretty much a lot of these games alive and remembered. And for a game franchise like Grand Theft Auto, where you literally get it once in a cycle, quite literally, you know, the last time a GTA game came out, I was far younger. Now I'm like in a different stage of life myself. Mods help a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 go from being good for 2 years to all the way to 10, just because you can get so much life out of it.
That's a good point. If you are able to mod a game, then your game has more life, and then you have more enjoyment out of your game, and then you can play it longer and do more things, and it's true.
And for Rockstar to be so hostile is just the saddest thing to have seen. But yeah, it is not something that I thought was not going to happen. I definitely did feel that because of the amount of copyright that was being busted, this mod was pretty much on its last legs. In fact, I was surprised that I was able to actually make a video in time, well in time before this mod was taken down. So I feel like I got to experience a bit of fun little Rockstar Games history. But yeah, out of any gaming publisher and developer and community out there, there is probably only one group that hates their, you know, community more than Nintendo even, and that is Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
I really feel like this could have amicably been resolved, and maybe this could have been, maybe instead of like taking this project down, it would have been interesting if they hired on these developers, brought them into the fold, and maybe got this inserted into Grand Theft Auto Online as well.
That would have been a great idea. Hiring those developers and collaborating and getting them to bring those maps into GTA Online, that would have been a great idea.
One final hurrah before GTA 6 releases. I mean, how cool would that have been if Rockstar decided, hey, instead of taking down your project, let's help you out and put this into Grand Theft Auto Online so our community can have one final blast before they go to GTA 6. Like, that would have been a headline that people would have talked about. Rockstar would have been completely in the super positive there.
Oh, for sure. Rockstar would have been, they could have done no wrong at that point. They would have, and their sales for GTA 6 probably would have gone way, 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 way up.
But that's not the world and reality we live in, okay?
No.
We live in a reality where the biggest fans of a project like this, a game franchise like this, get shut down. Mm-hmm. And it is what it is. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I'm just kind of sad, man. Like, I love gaming, I love mods, I love Grand Theft Auto. It's just a shame when Rockstar doesn't want to play along. And I don't know what the real reasons really would have been. Obviously, it's only World Travel and Rockstar that's talking about it. But yeah, this is me, Mutahar, and I'm out.
That's really sad. Like, the fact that these developers took the time to make this game, make this mod, and put that much love into it, and to have Rockstar come in and be like, nope, shut it down right now. Like, that's really unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate, very, very uncool, and very much anti the community that they're supposed to be taken care of, which is what makes their games sell. So I don't understand why, once again, game devs are just shitting all over their communities. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's gonna be our videos for today. I'm sorry about the Trump inauguration. I wanted to cover more of that. But we'll see what the executive orders are when it comes to the tariffs, and I'll make a video about that when it comes down. So thank you for watching. I'll be back on Twitch tonight for some more Diablo. So be sure to come by for that, twitch.tv/blindpress. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great